Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. This is where I teach you how to make whole food plant-based meals that are salt, oil, and sugar free. It's that time of the year. It's fall. It's all the winter squashes are out. You've got kabocha, red curry, delicata. You've got everything out there. Butternut squash. And I really wanted to talk to you guys about the delicata squash. I absolutely have fallen in love with these beautiful gems and they're so tasty. They are sweet and delicious and they just, oh my God, they're so good. And they're so easy to prepare. So what I wanted to do is show you guys how I go about doing it. Now, a lot of people are strong enough and they can go ahead and cut right through this and split it in half. Because what I like to do is sometimes split it in half and then cook it in the oven. And then I fill it with like quinoa, millet, cranberries, just all sorts of different stuffings, or I'll just eat it. Or the other way I like to do it is cut it in rings and eat it, that way. So I mean, multiple ways of doing this. But because I'm not that strong in cutting this in half, I'm going to show you the trick that I do. So I've already washed this and I'm going to take it and I'm going to just put it in the microwave. And literally, I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. So when it comes out in about 3 minutes, it's going to be a lot easier for me to cut it in half and to be able to scoop out all the seeds and the, out of there and throw it away. So it just makes life a lot easier. And I wanted to share that with you as to how we're going to be roasting this in the oven, not using any salt, oil, or sugar to put on top of it. Because like I said, the delicata squash is delicious completely on its own. But if you don't want to do it on its own, then you can go ahead and add some garlic and cinnamon. Well, don't mix the garlic and the cinnamon. You could do cinnamon all by itself and it's actually really delicious. Or you could do garlic and herbs and sprinkle it as you're roasting it in the oven. So as soon as that's done, we'll be back and we'll show you how to go ahead and proceed. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so our delicata is ready, but it's going to be really hot. So you guys take a paper towel to grab it and to put it on your cutting board. Because like I said, it is hot. So you're going to take your serrated knife and you're going to cut off the end on this side. And then you're going to cut off the other end on that side. And that'll create a flat surface that you can take your knife and go straight down. Then you're going to stand it up like this. Then you're going to take your knife and go straight down. And that's it. Now, you've got all the seeds in here, so we're going to take a large spoon and you're just going to scrape everything out. Oi, this is hot. Actually, in the meantime, while that's doing its thing, then we're going to take another butternut squash because we're going to do 4 of these and we're going to keep it going. So we'll put that in here and get it going. So we're going to take all this out. All right, guys, so I have finished the last of our delicata squash. I've taken everything out, and you're going to put the skin side down. So the skin, the flesh is going to be down, and the skin of the delicata is going to be up. So it's going to look like this. Now, we are going to put this in the oven. Our oven's been warming up to 425 degrees. We're going to put it in there for about 40 minutes. And then we're going to check on it. And if I see, because what I wanted to do is to start caramelizing on the inside. And then what I do is I take it and I flip it over and I let it bake in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm telling you guys, this is absolutely delicious. Now with the seeds, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but the seeds, you can either throw them out or you could take them, wash it, rinse it, lay them flat to dry, and then you could roast them in the oven and you can have pumpkin seeds for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and take these and put it in the oven and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay guys, so it's been about 40 minutes, a little bit longer because I got busy. So it's probably been about 45 minutes. As you can see, the tops have all caramelized and cooked. And so I'm gonna flip these. Oh wow, look at that. These are perfect. Just the right amount of caramelization. So these are basically done at this point. You could leave them in the oven for another 10 minutes so that this side can get cooking as well, which I think I might do. But these are pretty much done. Now at this point, you can put it back in the oven and let it cook for another 10 or 15 minutes, which because this stayed in there longer, it doesn't need to do that. At this point, you could let this completely cool off and then you could stuff it with whatever stuffing that you like. In fact, I did a recipe with, I forget what I called it, but it was my quick marinara sauce that I added black beans to it and some other stuff to it, and that would be absolutely delicious in here. So that's something else that you could put in here. Or at this point, you could take these and slice them. In fact, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Let me just get another cutting board so I could put this on top and I can show you what I mean. So at this point, you could take this, take your knife, and you can cut them. You can do them like that. And you could just eat them like a French fry. You could chop them up and put it on top of your salads. I mean, there's so many different varieties that you can do with this. Anyway, that's how you cook a delicata squash. It's not hard at all. They're absolutely delicious. You could even drizzle this with your favorite balsamic vinegar. In fact, California balsamic has some great options. Sweet Heat, the raspberry blaze. These are all really good on top of it. And so don't be afraid of trying the different squashes that are out there. They're wonderful. They're delicious. They're only here for a short time right now. So might as well, use them. Anyway, thank you for joining us for another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as we are trying to reach as many people as possible. And remember, guys, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time, and we'll see you at the next recipe. Thank you.